All right. Welcome to Deep Dive. I'm your host, Desmond Oladimeji. We will just, for those of you who followed our last edition where we started to have discussion concerning miracles, mindset, and mentorship. And you remember last week here we have our dear sister, Eyitoyo Akinyemi, who's been with us, and we've been having some great discussion concerning miracles and mentorship and all that. Uh, we had to pause last week and just continue this week from where we paused. If you remember where she was telling us a story concerning her friend she met in Zamfara and how fast forward years later, that friend, God used her to be part of the miracle which she experienced as regard the job which she presently is doing. Now, why is it a miracle? It happened that at the point at which she was quite devastated, this was affecting her mental, physical, even spiritual well-being and marital well-being. It's affecting the children, affecting her spouse, affecting everything about her. And then here was the word of God, and then here was the fulfillment, but God using someone who was from her way back. You understand? Although she maintained that friendship, and then here is the miracle, which is a job. But I'd like to ask you a question,
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Itoyo Akinyemi. I'd like to ask you this question. Was there any time in your life, any season in your life where you didn't really believe in miracle, or maybe until something happened that changed that mindset? Was there any time like that?
Well, there was a season where, okay, I'll explain. When we finished university, we had to go for NYSC. Now, they posted the list, and all of us that seemed that we thought we had long legs went to check our list, and I was not in A, B, C, D, E. It went all the way to Z. Like I stood there shouting Z, Z, Z. I remember a sister who was a class colleague then, KG. You would know her, KG Maroon KG, and she said, "Oh, why, why are you always the one that they?" Because really, it seemed as if a lot of things were happening to me. To start with, my grades were not my grades because some lecturers were not getting what they wanted from me. So already, I would teach other people; they will get an A in it. I will get an E, as in E. So in a course, in a lecturer's course, I had E from 100 to 400. Those are the things happening to me. So yeah, there was. So when I saw Z, I was like, "That's it. That's the next thing. Okay, we'll go to Zamfara." I got home, mom tried, and then she said, "Well, we can't, there's nobody to help us." I said, "All right, but you know what? You better go before me. I go before me this time." So I went.
So in a nutshell, you had enough reason to doubt veracity of miracles.
Yes, yes,
You
too
had
many
reasons to
things.
feel like if
Too
God
many
truly
things.
does miracles, why would someone why would a lecturer treat me this way?
It wasn't just the lecturer. My father worked in or the father who was supposed to be fathering me, the one who raised me up, because he wasn't one who had me. But he was also in that school, but I didn't get help from him at that time. I didn't get help. I would go there and he'll tell me you're late. My school fees is in his hand. They donated that school fees to him. It's not like he's going to pay from his own pocket. And yet he'll tell me I came late, I should go away. Somebody else came. So I had too many things hitting me left, right, and center. And thank God that I now joined Agape Fellowship, where you started from. That's where the mentorship started. That's what helped me a little. But you see, in those things that were happening to me, they were too much at the same time. And then Zamfara came. I decided, and from Lagos, I'll go. I went to the park in Lagos, got into this vehicle, and I kept saying, "I don't know where I'm going. Please. Please." And then he said, "Kano, Zamfara." I said, "How can you be going to Kano and you have to be picking?" He said, "No, it's the same vehicle that they will stop me in Zamfara before they go to Kano." Yeah, they. I now started, okay, let's go. So I kept reminding them all. It's a whole day journey, right?
Yes.
And then I kept reminding him at a point he was like, "It's too much. I don't hear. Okay, Zamfara, we don't hear you." Even others in the vehicle were laughing at me. But I kept, because I know that if I get stuck, I am stuck, really stuck. And you see, these miracles didn't seem to be happening at that time.
So it means you have never, prior to that, you've never traveled
To the
that
north.
far.
No, to the north. No, not at all. And I did not understand their language.
Yes.
Which was the problem I had. So when I now went around to 10 in the night, the bus entered one park and stopped. I said, okay, everybody come down.
Wow.
I said, is this Zamfara? They said, no, it's Kano. Sorry? And then when I was like, but you told me about Turinchi. Excuse? In the middle of the night?
Okay.
Everybody kept going Baturinchi on me.
You kept, okay, from the outside, as if you knew. You
Yes.
kept telling him,
Zamfara, please.
And then eventually,
Zamfara, please.
Zamfara and took you to Kano.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He took me all the way to Kano 2 hours later.
Oh my God.
And I was supposed to resume in camp very early the next morning. So we're going to go there and sleep in whatever fellowship. But
So eventually you had to pass the night in Kano?
In the vehicle, actually. But the beautiful part, the miracle that happened to me that I cannot forget, is that somebody came in and then he just walked in, seemingly from nowhere, and said, what's going on? I said, you understand English, please? He was supposed to drop me in Zamfara. And then he now started speaking Hausa and then came back and said, oh, yes. He says that the vehicle, that there was no place to stop, that normal stopping place, something happened, but that here, they would take me first thing in the morning, but that I will have to wait till morning. Not trust. In a park, in a state that I do not know, and I did not trust.
No one there, I've never been there.
And they do not understand me. But he said, don't worry, I will wait with you. So he asked, where's the next bus going to Zamfara? We sat down in that car and we waited till around 5 a.m. in the morning, where we got one more person going, and then we headed out. We got to camp. He told me, this is Safi, this is the camp. Just drop your box here, cross over to the other side. Enter inside that building, there are NYC coppers there. Just pick a bucket there, go to that well, fetch water, go into that bathroom, have your bath, then cross over back and don't worry, your box will be here. Okay. So I did that.
Really?
And then I came back because I met everything the way he said it. And then I came back. Then I realized, what is the name of this person? Where was he going? Where was he coming from?
You're talking about the
person
that you said speaks English. That
yes.
To the driver.
Till tomorrow. I do not know where he is. I have not met him. I do not know his name. That was the angel the Lord sent to me.
Did you hear that?
Till tomorrow. Because I kept wondering, you came in the middle of the night. You sat down in a car till the next morning with somebody. You took the person to camp, told me where to go and how to go about it.
God.
And then, as his specifics, he said, pick a bucket.
Oh my
go to the well. Go into the bathroom. Then come back.
Oh my God.
I came back and he wasn't there.
Now I know for certain people, you see, we can't help your unbelief. Jesus Christ he went to his own hometown. He couldn't do much miracle because they didn't believe. So someone else may hear this story and just say, another figment of someone's imagination. No. We can't help you. But what we know was that you got help when you needed it the most. And the help was so accurate and so timely. And
it was the beginning of helps, let me say.
Did you hear that?
Because that whole year, wow, my best year in the whole wide world.
It feels like God just opened your life.
Exactly. He showed me that you just think that was just a season. He showed me, woof, I can go on and on.
So it means somehow mindset plays, it somehow plays, yes, mindset plays a role in how you experience God.
Yes, it does. It does. It opens your mind more to some things as against being critical of some things.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can you pinpoint one time in your life when it feels like you waited for a long time? Because I kind of think that beyond mindset, I kind of think that the reason why certain people maybe perhaps doubt miracles, maybe has there been any time in your life when you waited on God to do something for you? And how long did it take? Did you eventually get such a thing done? I mean, had there been a time in your life when you had to wait and pray and maybe fasted? And then how long did it take you? Did you eventually get what you got?
Mm.
Maybe 3 questions in one. Number one, has that been a time in your
Facts.
life when you had to wait?
Yes.
Number two, how long did you wait?
Long.
And then did you eventually get it?
Yes, long in the, you know, when you are waiting, it's a different thing to wait. It's another thing to be waiting and be seeing it deteriorating. Yes, I waited. Yes, more than a year. And it was killing, it was dying. I'll give you the story. Okay, it was my health. Just after NYC, I was immediately given the job that, oh, you fantastic person, you have to, my boss said, the shoe that you're going to leave is too big to be filled, so you have to stay. But I felt sick. And the sickness, they all were donating the money. Like I told you, it was a fantastic time. Everybody was helping me. So I didn't pay, I didn't even spend my alawi or whatever you call. I didn't spend anything. They were spending money for me. So they took me to the hospital, did the scans and all that, and then decided that I would need a little more care. So let me go back home. I went back to Ondo State. And then I went to register in FMC Owo. I went, yes, FMC.
Owo is in Ondo State.
Owo is in Ondo State. And then I would go once a week. And the doctor would tell me it's getting worse.
Oh my God.
And he wasn't telling me exactly what.
The exact diagnosis.
But he was giving me propranolol, like high blood pressure things.
Okay.
So at a point, Mom said, I'll follow you. So she followed me there, and then we asked, what exactly? He said the problem is, it's hard to diagnose her because he started opening one big ababio like that. That the issue is that the kind of sickness that she has is not supposed to be for children like this.
Oh,
it's an elderly person sickness, and it's rare. It's so rare that if we are going to try to treat it, she will be a guinea pig in Nigeria.
God.
Like they will use me as a guinea pig. And it's not that all FMCs will donate their and then teaching schools.
So from all you're saying, it's not an everyday like kind of infirmity.
No.
That people. So a lot of doctors
Unseen.
are not treated such person.
Yeah, it's the kind.
They will be using you to try out.
It was the time that they learned in theory, but they did not practice. You know, they practice some, and then they just learn some in theory. Mine was learned in theory. So they did not know it. And then the man now told my mother that, to be honest, you have to go to India. That's where major operations such
can be carried out.
Can be treated. We now started, okay. At that time, no money, no nothing. That's when I knew that, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you had to go to India, but you don't have the money for it.
It's not just the money. We didn't believe that it could be done. Because he had already sold us the idea that it cannot be done.
It's near impossible.
I tried to Google it, and everybody kept saying they might use laparoscopic, they might use, there were a lot of mites. We told me that I might even get the money and go, and then there was no hope. So my mother and I decided, redemption camp that time. Every month. Yes. We went to redemption camp, we prayed, we fasted, we prayed and
So it's a journey.
Yes, but the problem was, the more we prayed, the more, you know me now, I have always been this. Then I became this.
Oh dear.
And then my face became like this.
Oh dear.
And then every moment, while I'm seated, I feel like I'm taking a 200-meter dash. So I am sweaty, my heartbeat is hitting, and it's painful every woof. Like, you know when you are taking for granted that you are breathing? I could count my breathing because it was painful. 1, 2, 1, 2, very painful. And I was still praying. And we were still fasting. But you know what? One day, while I stood in my room and looked up, and I was like, yes, they told Job to curse God and die. And I know too much of you to do that. I know you're there. But why are you just there? Why are you watching me do this? And why? I was there, I broke down, and then something told me I should Google medical these things in India. And then I opened my phone, sat down there, and I was Googling, and there's a number that said medical.
At this point, so it's not just a case, this thing is in 3 phases. Number one, you are giving 50-50, meaning no one is 100% telling you there is a...
Nobody.
Secondly...
I spent a lot of money for nothing.
You already had money saved up to go to India.
No, no. At that time, he had given me 6 months to leave. The doctor had told
Oh,
me,
dear.
you have 6 months. And at this point, they're not even sure that they can treat me anymore. So he just told me, okay, we started with half a dose a day. I got into the...
Just hold on. So you are given 6 months to leave.
Yes.
So is this like 6 months ago?
No, that's 2010.
So this is 2025.
Yes.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
The doctor said you had 6 months to leave.
Yes.
The fact that you are alive here and now.
I have a second chance.
Hallelujah.
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 So you began to Google. That's when I caught him.
Yes.
You began to Google institutions in India.
And then this number popped out at me. I called it, and one Dr. Rohan Manglani picked the call. And he told me, oh, don't worry. We have a particular doctor who has done that operation before, and that this and this. You have a visa, you have a passport. Yeah. He did my job for me. He sent everything just there. I was like, okay, now sharp, sharp. I started calling mommy. Mommy, they said, mommy's like, because at that point, everybody had moved on. Yes, I was now left in the house. People calling to, how is she? Like in my mind, is she still there? Has she gone? No problem. Yes, I was also smelling of decay. My skin was like it was decaying. People said they couldn't smell it, but I could smell it fine. It was decaying and it was sweaty. Then the doctor said, okay, go for passport, go for this. The way the miracle happened is how I knew it was a miracle. Who does the passport in one day? Like you fill the form, you do the capturing, you collect
the best of my knowledge in Nigeria.
Like my sister just called that, mainly I said, mom sent it to the family that, Toyo, we will now need this, we need to travel. My other sister in Abuja said, tell her, come, let's even do the passport. And I went the very next day. I got there, we slept over, ending morning, went to the, I sat down with senators and their children, as in the top floor in Abuja, seeing all the, and me looking very, they did this, everything. And the man said, you might not be able to get it today, but we'll see. Fast forward around 5 p.m., my sister got a call. Come and meet me in the junction. I think he brought it to our junction.
Wow. In
my sister's house in Abuja.
Wow.
Collected it. The very next day, I was back in Ondo State, looking for yellow fever. And like that. Before we knew it, the Indian embassy too, same issue. It was as if it was a day where everybody got no. Because we sat down with plenty of people and everybody with genuine reasons to travel to India. No, you can come to my country. Stay in your country. They kept saying it. But when I got there, he was like, who is the elder sister? Who is the younger sister? In my mind, I was like, is that what is important right now? We want medical. Who is the elder sister? Who is the... You will know he was just having fun. And the next week, he was like, okay, I will let you go. And he let us go.
Thank you, Jesus.
So within a month, it was actually less. We got all that. It was now money back. The people that had now started the prayers with us, the church started prayers with us, and then they did outreach of prayers. And then everybody started, that I do not know in my life, started donating money. And they were donating money. And within 1 week, like, okay, we need to buy passport. And of course, they were all seeing me and dying human being right here. And within 1 week, they're telling me that, okay, money for passport has come. So we are now getting money for the medical. Okay. So we bought passport for myself and my sister, who was going to go with me. We got there. Rohan Manglani met us at the airport. Wonderful experience throughout. I got there. The doctor was like, why are you so young? This sickness is not for young people. That even me, only 2 people I have treated.
Wow.
But you are my daughter's age mate, and I cannot look at you and think about my daughter and not treat her. So I will treat you. The man, I know this. It was very important because at a point in that, it was a 9-hour operation, and at a point in that operation, the people, because I was still a guinea pig, by the way. Yeah, people from different countries came in. So I woke up in the middle of it and I saw human beings on the where I was in the table. Yes, and they were telling him at a point that stop. No, it's too dangerous. They couldn't touch they couldn't go through the normal place they were supposed to go because my heart was too enlarged. My BP was too high. It was 200 and something. They had tried and tried for a week to bring it down before they started that. It didn't come down. So when they had to come and ended up removing a rib here to get in from another end because he refused to give up.
Wow.
He just refused to give up. So when he said, you and I, we are fighters. When we
Wow.
But that's the point.
Now,
He didn't give up on me.
Now, I would have to pause you. It's obvious that there is so much for us to hear from our sister, but our time is quite. I
Too
would have
much.
to pause her here because we would have to continue this
Mm.
on another episode.
Oof.
And because there are one or two things we've got to. If we just ask her to, if I rush her, some of you will not get certain things there, and there are certain things I need to quickly bring up. I'm covering tie up for today and ask you to join me. So we will be covering 3 episodes on the subject. How God, she said she was like a guinea pig, meaning they were not so sure doing this. Some of them were using her to try out their ability, and nobody want to find his or herself in this. How the funds came, how certain things that we know waste time back here, but God hastened it for her. I'd like to pray for you as I tie up on this edition and believe that you join me in the final phase of this edition. Father, I thank you that whoever is following this edition and they are in a fix, they need a miracle. Lord, I ask that you will visit them and give them a miracle. However way you want to do it. We have said some people you deliver them through it, some others you deliver them from it. Whichever way, Lord, give someone following this edition a miracle. Give them a visitation. Cause their lives to never remain the same again. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. I would have to come your way again next week. That will be the concluding phase of this interview. Do have yourself a blessed day. In Jesus' name. God bless you.